Hi everyone, this is Neil Wright, consultant audiologist and director of ClearWax. Thank you for joining me in this very interesting case where I removed some crusted dried blood from the inferior and anterior recess of a patient's right ear. This was caused by a myringotomy that this patient had performed recently, where an incision is made through the eardrum, and at the end of the video we'll show you where the incision is, but you can probably tell where it is. It's just at about 3 o'clock to the centre of the eardrum, halfway to the right. So I've just placed a 17 gauge in the anterior recess, trying to get a suction grip here, but it's just not gripping. So now I'm going to revert to the WAXscope because I just need that more fine definition. So we're now viewing the inferior recess. You can see the dried crusted blood. It's almost black in appearance, the base of it. And on top of that, that white patch where I've just made contact with the suction tip, that's a cartilage graft behind the eardrum. So this patient has a cartilage graft because at one stage he suffered from patulous eustachian tube, and the myringotomy is because he's now experiencing a blocked eustachian tube, which is kind of the two extremes. He's also had a previous grommet. His patient's also had middle ear myoclonus, so he's had his tensor tympani muscle dissected, resected, and also his stapes tendon resected. So these two muscles and tendons, in response to loud sounds, they contract against the stapes and the hammer bone, tensing up the ossicles, the three bones. And when the ossicles are tense, it stiffens the eardrum, so the sound hits the eardrum and reflects away. So it's a protective mechanism. It's all involuntary. So our body's response to loud sounds. So I've just put some oil in. I'm just vacuuming up towards the eardrum, and I'm going to make contact with this dry blood any moment now. Here we are. But because I've got this recess, this blood, crusted blood, it's filled the entire recess, and also we can't see the full recess. And this is the opposite end to it, this flake of skin, but that attaches, so it goes down and then back up, and it attaches to that visible dry blood on the patient's eardrum. So this patient had a myringotomy just to see whether it improves his symptoms prior to possibly considering another grommet, a ventilation tube. And it's healed up, the myringotomy. Patient didn't really doesn't feel like a grommet is going to be helpful for him. So it's just coming to have all this dry blood. He could feel some of this because it's crusted. You can see that piece of blood just rock. You can see I'm touching the back end, but the bit at the floor of the ear canal where I'm focused on now, where the isthmus is, it was rocking upwards. So I'm just going here again. You can see I'm just lifting it up, but just haven't got the suction power, and actually some of it just suctioned away, so I wasn't able to grab a hold of all of it. Just gone a bit anterior, and I'm lifting this up. You can see it wants to come up, then it's flexing back down again. I'm just going to try again, but ultimately I'm going to remove this using an ear hook. Well, majority using an ear hook. So I'm just going to the posterior inferior aspect here, trying to almost glide it left to right, but I'm just not getting the desired grip on that. And again, just angling the suction tip into the recess, but instead of vacuuming it, I'm almost applying pressure against the eardrum with it. Now, this section here to the left, it's slightly peeling away, but it's just too wafer thin because it's the edges. The clotted dry blood here, it's a lot thinner, the thickness of that region. So I just put some more oil in. We're going to give one more go here. So I'm just vacuuming up the oil. The suction tip is entering the inferior recess. Just going to the left part of it. I'm trying to glide it from left to right. I'm trying to now glide it from the bottom up, but wasn't really successful there. Just getting it in refocus. It's probably just zoomed out slightly from the previous view. And this eventually comes out in a shard. It's almost like a shard of glass. It's so rough edged. Again, going to the back part of the canal near the eardrum, trying to peel this away. You can see some of it is lifting, but it just suctioned away. It didn't bring away the rest of the dry blood. I'm just trying to lift it up. Just thought I'll go for another part of the blood on a bit more anterior. So obviously I'm good at just trying to suction because I want to avoid using a hook here, because obviously we're using a hook right on the eardrum, but I don't believe this is going to come away with just suction. So I've just got the right angled ear hook. I'm just pushing it against the eardrum because I want to tuck the hook almost in between the eardrum and this section, but it's so wafer thin and it's adhered. But I managed to get the tip of the side of the hook here, and I've just brought it forwards a little bit, and now I'm going to use the back of the hook, the elbow, to almost scoop it out. You'll see this movement in a moment. Well, I did loosen it, but I just wasn't able to get it out. But I'm going to go back in with the hook, but because I've repositioned it, I thought, okay, let me just go back in with the suction tip, and it's just rocking left to right now. It's gliding against the floor of the inferior recess and just angling down a little bit more to look into this trench. So I'm just trying to get the top of that ridge of the crusted blood in focus, going back in with the hook, because just touch the eardrum gently, trying to get the tip. You can see the tip of it just moved, and I'm going to use the left-hand side of the hook, kind of the corner of the elbow, to kind of glide this out. So that was quite tricky. Patient was completely comfortable throughout. Now, in hindsight, I could have just got the hook back in and just got this out, but I know I'm going to use the suction for the bit on the anterior recess. Just lost the grip there. And this is now in the anterior recess. Just about center of your screen, just above the suction tip, that's where the myringotomy was performed. That's where the hole was incised. Now it's since healed, but we got this crusted blood. So that the blood was oozing from that region, and some of this crusted skin is still attached to that region. And the pool of blood filled up the inferior recess, dried up, and it's also dried up here. Just going a bit higher. This is exactly where the incision was made, in this region. I'm just trying to generate a suction grip. I'm pulling right and down and left. And I managed to free it there, but it just flexed back. But I've managed to get another grip, just bringing it out the recess and then out of the ear. There's just a little bit of blood. So that's where I'm angling now. That's where the incision was made. And it has fully healed up. I did a pressure test, tympanometry, and it showed that the eardrum is mobile and it's got a normal ear canal volume, which wouldn't be the case if there was still a hole. So it's got a little bit of dry blood. So I just thought, let me try and get it. This patient's very still, very comfortable. You can see I'm just making contact. Also, the eardrum is just, I'm putting some gentle pressure on the eardrum as well, just trying to capture this. But I'm going to just put another bit of oil in there, so you can see the oil, you can see the bubbles rising up, going in with the 17 gauge once more, suctioning the oil, approaching that region. I just want it fully in view, which it will be in a moment. So the oil is more or less completely removed. So we're going to go to the second layer of dry blood, and it vacuumed away nice and easily, just clearing up some oil, as you can see, getting vacuumed up the tube. So again, it's the inferior recess. Now the eardrum is quite vascularis, especially the hammer bone, because obviously been working on the eardrum, peeling the skin. There's just a bit of skin that we're going to focus on. It's probably halfway in the ear canal, on the anterior canal. I'm not sure if this comes away actually, but I just thought because we're there, we'll try and peel it. Well, the majority came away. And we're just going to visualize once more the cartilage graft there to the left, where I've got in focus, the inferior recess, the bit in the middle, that's the hammer bone, which is very vascularis at the moment. And to the right, where you can see that kind of dry blood still on the eardrum, that's where the incision was made. And I just thought I'll have another look with the endoscope. So possibly a little bit of oil in there in the recess, which you can't fully view with any other device other than an endoscope. So the suction tip is right in the anterior inferior recess, just suctioning up some olive oil. There's a bit glistening there on the other, so we're going to leave that. A bit of skin a bit higher. A close-up view of the incision. Well, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys.